Hello, darling, it's me. Now that we're going to be spending every waking hour together, it's important for you to know a thing or two about me. Now, my body parts are not quite like yours, but they do have specific names. Learning them will help you to use me to my full potential. I have a band, case, bezel, dial, subdials, hands, date window, crowns, and buttons. The easiest way to tell a crown from a button is by the grooves. If it has grooves, then it's a crown, and its purpose is to rotate. If it's smooth, then it's a button, and its purpose is to be pushed. I'll always reference everything from my face in terms of 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. First things first, since I'll be your time teller, let's set my clock. Pull out the crown at the 3 o'clock position so that it clicks twice. Rotate the crown until the current time is shown by the hands on my face. Notice the subdial at the 3 o'clock position? That's my 24-hour military function. It's divided in 24 hours, so when you are setting the time, make sure to reference that so your watch is displaying the correct time. For example, if you are setting the time at 10 a.m., the subdial should point to the number 10, located about 5:30 on its face. But if you are setting the time at 10 p.m., the subdial should point to the number 22, located about 11 p.m. on the subdial face. If you see that I'm changing the date at noon, then it means my 24-hour subdial is set to midnight instead of noon. Pull out the crown and rotate the hands all the way around until it reads 12 o'clock again, making sure that the subdial reads 12 o'clock as well. Okay, now that the local time is set, let's set the date. Push the crown in one click, rotate it clockwise, and see the date change in the small date box at 4 o'clock. Push the crown in once you have the date set. Keep in mind, my second hand doesn't move even though my time is ticking. It's okay if you don't see the second hand moving. I am still in good working order. The only time you should see my second hand moving is when you start or reset the stopwatch function, which I'll go over in a moment. Sometimes you'll see my second hand resting somewhere other than at the 12 o'clock position. It's a simple fix. Just pull the 3 o'clock crown out 2 clicks and push my top button. With each push, the second hand will move over 1 second. If you hold the top button down, I'll realize you want to move the second hand faster, and I'll begin moving the second hand around the watch. Line my second hand back up to the 12, or anywhere else you'd like it to be, and then just push the crown back in. I am also able to time anything up to an hour. My chronograph, or simply a stopwatch, is so simple to use. You can always tell a watch has a timer function if it has 2 buttons on the side of its case. The top button is the start-stop button, and the bottom button is the reset button. For my timer, the second hand counts the seconds, and the minutes are tracked on the subdial at 9 o'clock. To start my timer, press the top button at the 2 o'clock position. Press it again to stop it. And to reset, press the bottom button. You'll see both the second hand and the left subdial return to their original positions. My favorite quality is my rotating bezel, where my E6B is. You can rotate the E6B by the crown at the 8 o'clock position. Amelia and I did a series of videos about all the things our calculators can do for you. You can see them here or on the Abingdon Co website. Practice using the E6B. It can help you everywhere. Traveling, flying, math class, even driving. It may look a little overwhelming at first, but after you've mastered it, you will wonder how you've gone so long without it. Just like you'd take care of yourself by eating right and working out, I need a little proper care as well. My battery will last about 2 years before dying, but I'd recommend you change it once a year. You'll get many more years out of my movement that way. When you do get my battery changed, I use a silver oxide battery, 377 SR626SW. Be sure to have the watchmaker show you I am working when you pick me up. Water resistance. I'm water resistant to 50 meters or 165 feet. This does not mean I am waterproof down to that level. It just means I can temporarily withstand pressures that would be felt at those depths. Wearing me while you are washing your hands or doing the dishes is okay. But taking a shower or wearing me in the hot tub I would not advise, since steam can get into places that water cannot. Wading in a pool is okay, but extreme swimming or diving would not be a good idea. Feel free to use me in water, but if you do, get my insides checked every 2 years and have a watch shop check my water resistance. If you do get water inside me, immediately stop wearing me and contact the Abingdon Co. I'll go in for minor outpatient surgery, and everything will be okay. Keep in mind, though, that water damage is not covered under warranty since it is not a manufacturer's defect. Every now and then, I do need a good scrub. Believe it or not, the best way to clean my leather or steel band is with mild soap and cold water. If I'm really dirty, a soft toothbrush or cotton cloth will help. Rinse me with water and pat me dry with a soft cloth. For my case and crystal, just a gentle wipe with a moist cloth is all I need. Feel free to pamper me as much as you like. And since we are on the subject of bands and wear, I want to let you know that any leather band you dress me up with will typically last 6 to 8 months with everyday wear. Skip the first loop altogether for a longer last. Metal bands last as long as possible, but keep in mind that the pins that hold the band on at the case may wear out or break if you handle me roughly. And last, but definitely not least, warranty. We prefer that you're wearing your watch instead of keeping it in a drawer broken, so we'll work with you. Should you need to send the watch in for repair, call 702-530-9438. A PDF version of this manual can be found on our website.